Well, today's little discussion is going to be about league positions. We're going to discuss the top 6, bottom 3 of the Championship, and also Cov's possible latest signing. Right, greetings all. Yes, we're going to be discussing the top 6 of the Championship, bottom 3, and also our possible latest signing. Martin's going to discuss that one with you. He's been doing the research on the fella. So we both went away. We both decided our 6 top and 3 bottoms. By lookings of it, they are pretty different-ish. Some differences, some similarities. It's
some
mainly
very similar.
Yeah, it's mainly the bottom 3s that is going to be different, pretty much. But yeah, so let's just get into it straight away. I don't know which way around you want to do this. Should we do the should we do the bottom 3 first?
Let's start from the bottom 3
Yeah,
and
the
then
bottom 3.
move to the top 6.
Okay.
Okay.
So, okay, let's go with the
Bottom.
the very bottom.
Very bottom, 24th.
Very bottom. I've put Hull as the bottom. Sorry if you're Hull fans. I don't know what you're doing on a Cov channel, but there you go. Right, the reasons very quickly for this one is Hull last season posted a £600,000 loss for the season, and they've also got to pay back loans that they took out during COVID. So financially for me, I think. Right, sorry about that. The battery was battery's just gone on the camera. Anyway, right. So yes, £600,000 loss last season, and they've also now got to pay off their money that was borrowed for during the COVID period. So financially, I think they're in the crap.
I completely agree with you, but yeah, instead of Hull, I have put Ipswich Town. So if you Ipswich fans, if you are watching this, come to see a video. But the reason why I've put you 24th is I feel like you lot are good for the Championship, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, just looking at some of the signing, it's
there is actually quite a lot of stronger teams in
there is a lot
the
of
Championship.
I just don't think you lot will actually survive in the Championship, so therefore I'm putting you rock bottom.
Okay.
So yeah.
Move on to 23rd. I've got Plymouth. I've always thought that Plymouth have always been a bit of a struggly sort of a team, and they seem to be not good enough for the Championship, but too good for League One.
Definitely,
and
yes, definitely.
And they don't have any money to spend. This for this coming season, and what they have spent has been not very. I don't know. I just don't think it's been good enough. So, sorry Plymouth, you're 23rd.
And for my 23rd, I have put sort of same as last season, but I put Rotherham United. Now, coming into the season, I think they will finish 23rd. Is the reason? It's just they're not good enough for the Championship. I'm sorry, but.
I agree. I say pretty much the same with Plymouth. They just seem to be too good for one, not good enough for another, and
definitely.
I think they've been on borrowed times in the Championship pretty lately. So yeah.
I've had to put you lot 23rd for reasons of you're not good enough for Championship, but yet you're too good for League One. Yeah. So Rotherham's one of them type of clubs where you're gonna be yo-yo no matter how much money you have. I just feel like they're just going to be a yo-yo club for the rest of their life, really.
Okay, yeah. Well, I think things can change. I mean, they've certainly changed for us over the years, but as it seems at the moment, yeah.
Definitely.
Right, 22nd. This is one we actually both agreed on and put down the list. We both put Cardiff.
We both put Cardiff, yes.
The thing is they took out, not last season, the season before, was a 24.4 million extended debt. 19 million of that has now just been converted into shares, and last season they posted a 29.9 million loss. That is huge for a Championship club, huge. And the thing is financially that is going to impact you for this season. Transfers, you know, when it comes to the January transfers, are they going to have the money? Because you got to think is that when you're halfway through the season, you rely on the January transfers to plug gaps, you know, and try to give a bit of a push. And I just don't think they're going to have the money for it.
Nope. And that's the exact same reason why I've put Cardiff 22nd. So there's no need for me to really say much.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Exact same reason why I've put Cardiff 22nd.
Cool.
So.
Well, so we're going to do the top 6, and we're going to work obviously from 6 all the way to first. And Martin, I think you can go first.
I'd love to. Right, so for 6th place, I have put very reasonable side here. I have put Sunderland. Now, the reason why I have put Sunderland 6th, because last season they definitely surprised everybody by a complete mile, and I reckon Sunderland definitely last season were a very strong side. Yet again, I think Sunderland are a top flight club. They always has been. So
they've always been up there with.
They've
always been pushing that top end of the table.
They always has. So looking at some of the signings Sunderland have made, just looking at the club, the manager, it's well stabilised. But I just don't think they can be any higher than 6th this season.
Yeah. I think it's pretty much similar to me why I put Middlesbrough. I mean, when you look at, you know, the past season, they're always pushing, you know, and they were in the playoffs last season.
Yeah.
You know, and I just think that they are one of the clubs that at the moment that are constantly going to be knocking on that door.
Definitely.
Their time will come. Their time will come. No doubt about it. And yeah, I've put them 6th for that reason. Is that they are one of the teams that will constantly be pushing on that playoffs.
They will.
You know,
I agree with you.
I don't think they're going to be good enough to get the first or second. And so yeah, I think that they are going to be in the playoffs, just scraping through bottom end this time.
Definitely. Yeah. I completely agree with that one.
Yeah.
So should we move on to fifth place?
Yeah.
5th place now. You lot are going to probably have a fat go at me for this one. But you know what?
Don't worry, I did.
But you know what? For 5th place, I have put Blackburn Rovers. Now, with Blackburn Rovers, in the past, they have been a top flight club. But ever since relegation, coming down from the Premier League, they just haven't seemed to manage to get up. They've always been knocking at playoffs. They've been bottling playoffs. But I think this season is their season to get 5th. After selling... Wait, no. I was about to say after selling Brenton Diaz, but he was a free, so they didn't get jack for that. But honestly, I think they can get playoffs this year.
Yeah.
I 100% agree.
Yeah, okay.
So
I'll put Leeds, and the reasons behind that is I think Leeds are very much a sort of similar club to Coventry, and the fact that we've been through, and they have been through, some real bad times with bad owners, and they literally plummeted right the way down to the lower leagues, and they have just slowly just built their way back up again, and they will be the same as us at some point. They will be back in that top flight football. They are a top flight club, and it's just taken a bit of time to get there. And yeah, I think this is it. They're going to get in the playoffs.
you reckon?
I don't know. I reckon
Okay.
so. So yeah, on to 4th.
Now in 4th place, I have put myself Middlesbrough. Now going back to what you were saying about Middlesbrough, they have always been a top flight club. They've always been knocking at the door of the playoffs, and I think this season they will 100% be knocking at the playoffs this season. Just looking at how well structured the club is, look at their manager, their owners. It's a very good club, especially bringing in Michael Carrick, which I think is a
definitely.
brilliant manager.
Yeah, he's certainly done well.
So I feel like if they can get to the Premier League, I feel like they will do pretty well because they've got a good squad, they've got a good manager, which I think personally is good. So I don't see why.
Yeah, I think when Carrick actually came in, I think he actually turned the club round.
He did 100%, definitely,
quite a lot.
yeah.
So you have to excuse me. We've got a cat walking across the table. So yeah. So for me, I put us, Cov. I put Cov on, and you know, I think when you've got to look at the teams that actually were relegated, they were two teams that shouldn't have been relegated of the three. And I just think that they are going to cause a lot of problem this season in the Championship.
100%, yeah.
It can go pear-shaped for them. I mean, you've only got to look for Norwich for that, you know, up, down, you know, and yeah, you get to a point and they're going to struggle, which obviously Norwich, I think they're going to struggle a bit this season.
Definitely.
So yeah, for me, with on that fourth spot, it's going to be us.
Okay.
It's going to be us. Like I say, I don't think we're going to get the first or second. It would be good. I think with a lot of the signings, one of them we will discuss later. One of the signings, yeah, you will. You've done the research on him a bit more than I did.
I've done the research.
Yeah, so I just think with the teams that come down, I think it's going to be a little bit more difficult for some of the other teams like Middlesbrough and a few of the others to actually push for them top two places. I think. Yeah, I think fourth is going to be pretty good for us, and I reckon we can get in the playoffs again.
Definitely, 100%. I completely agree with you on that. So moving on to third place now, I've put ourselves Coventry City. Now, I was gonna put us one place higher, but I changed my mind for the reasons of this. If you look at the signings we have made, speaking of one, which we'll be saying later, hopefully, but yeah, just generally looking at the signings we have made this season, making a permanent deal, it's
been amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Honestly, it's just felt so good for once to actually say such and such is ours. We can sell him on.
Yeah, I don't think everyone have been on loan at the moment, are they? I think they've all been bought players.
One player is on loan, which is Lewis Binks.
Lewis Binks, that's it. Yeah,
Lewis Binks is the one that's on loan.
So, I mean, normally we're probably about 5 or 6 loanees.
Yeah.
You know, and last minute things is where these have been done deals and longer contracts as well. So
definitely,
that's a good positive. So yeah, good on you, King.
Massively
Man of his
good
word.
on him, yeah.
And thank you, Grockerace, because I think your 20 odd mil was played a good part in that.
A very, very good part in that 20 million deal to get some high quality players for like 4 million, which I think overall, which is good for us, spend about this amount of money on people, which proves they can be pretty good. Yeah. So yeah, it's
brilliant.
Just overall looking at this Coventry squad, it's just looking like we can be knocking on them playoff doors.
I pretty much think this is probably going to be us until we actually get into the Premiership.
Definitely.
I mean, it's coming.
Is coming.
It's coming, and I think we're going to be one of them teams that are going to be constantly for season after season, if we don't do it, in them playoffs.
I completely agree with you, and therefore I've put Coventry City third.
Yeah. Right. I've actually put Stoke. Well, I don't know.
I don't agree with you.
No, don't underestimate them. I mean, they are obviously ex-Premiership club. They are very talented, decent manager, well structured. Yes, they've got the problems. Name me clubs that don't. I just think that they are.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a feeling. It is literally just a feeling.
Okay.
Yeah, just a feeling.
I can sort of see where you're coming from by putting Stoke City third, but overall I just can't.
Second place.
I'm waffling on too much.
The next two we actually agree with.
We 100% agree with.
Yeah, we actually agree with these.
So yeah, in second place we have both put Leicester City.
Yes.
Now the reason why I've put Leicester City, I did originally put them third, but last minute change I put Leicester City second. Looking at the signings, it's been decent, but I just feel like they don't have enough to get that top spot.
The things have lost some good players.
They've
I mean,
lost
one
a
of
very
them.
lot
I
of
mean,
good players.
obviously, we all know Maddison. You know, and to lose 40 million to Spurs. I mean, you've lost your playmaker. You've lost somebody who, you know, he scored. I mean, we all know him. We all know what he's capable of. You know, and he's yeah, I'm sorry, Spurs have got an absolute belter. Is all I'm going to say.
Definitely.
So yeah, good luck, Madison.
Definitely. Moving on to first.
Yep, let's go on to that first one. Southampton.
We all saw this coming. I'm sorry, but you can just ask anybody. Southampton will finish top of the table. If you look at their squad, it's not a championship squad. It's more of a Premiership squad. But the thing that I feel like is going downhill for Southampton is poor management of the club. If you look at Hassan Holt, he's not the ideal manager.
No.
I would say he's a more of a lower league manager, not a Premiership manager.
The thing is, I mean, some people have said that about Robbins. I mean, you know, they've sort of said, I mean, is he, you know, yes, he was bloody good in, you know, get to where we are now, and there has been quite a few questions over his head. Is he capable in the Premiership? Well, do you know what? We ain't going to know till we bloody get there.
Definitely,
we don't know.
yeah.
I mean, we've seen what he's capable of doing with very little money and producing some amazing players. So I don't know. We've got to wait and see.
Have to wait and see.
Yeah, but no, yes, I do agree. You know, he's a good manager for lower clubs, but can he cut it in the Premier? So yeah, no, my views are the same. Southampton. I just think you are a good side, and I think you're going to cause havoc
100%
in this league. You really are going to cause havoc. I think it's one of the teams that I think we probably going to struggle to beat.
Definitely.
That's both home and away. Definitely. You know, I mean, if we can get a draw, I'll be happy with that.
A draw, I'd be incredibly happy with.
Yeah, you get 2 draws out of them. I think that's a good result.
Very good result.
But yeah.
So yeah,
yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and
playoff final.
We're going to go playoffs. So obviously we've got. It's the same again. It's actually we agree with the playoffs because of obviously the positions that we've put them on, and the playoff final will be Cov v Middlesbrough. I know I spoiled it there, didn't I?
Spoiled it by a lot.
Cov v Middlesbrough.
Definitely, yes.
That's what we can see happening.
It will be a very tough final if we are both correct, but I feel like Coventry will edge it.
I can't see it going to penalties.
Definitely not.
I can't see it going to penalties.
If
extra time maybe, but
definitely.
And it's going to be a tough game.
It will be an incredibly tough game.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you got to think. I mean, against Luton, I mean, we were struggling in the first half massively,
and second half
we came out. You know, and I think it's probably going to be pretty similar. You know, it's going to be a good 50-50 game all the way through, and it's going to be, I reckon, a late winner maybe. A late winner. Yeah. But yeah. So yes, we've actually predicted Cov for promotion.
And I hope we get it this season. And honestly, I really do hope we get it this season. But there is, I wouldn't say low chance of us winning it, but I can see us getting promoted this season.
I can see it. I mean, we were, you know, I think we spoke about it on our first video.
Definitely, yeah.
We spoke about it, and we said that we were one kick away.
One kick away.
Which, you know, I mean, considering at the start of the season last season, we were written off as we started.
Yeah.
By a lot of people to get to where we did was outstanding, and I think this year with a good run. Yeah,
definitely.
I think we're already starting better than we did last season, 100%. And we haven't even started the league yet.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it starts in a few days. So
so that starts in a few days.
Yeah, let's. So
yeah, we're going to be obviously going to be covering a pre-match on that one. So don't forget, like, subscribe, and keep an eye out for that one. That will be out on Saturday. We'll be putting that one out.
Yep.
It's obviously the game's on a Sunday. So yeah, we've got pre-match coming out on Saturday. We will be just basically talking about possible lineups and possible results.
Definitely, 100%. Yeah. So now let's just cut the predictions there and move on to potentially
our latest signing.
Soon to be our latest signing. Right, so our latest signing, we've probably heard of it most. It is Haji Wright. Now, he is a striker. He's aged 25. He is a USA international.
Yep.
He currently plays in the Turkish league for, don't get me wrong for my poor pronunciations, but I have no clue how to pronounce his team. Antalyaspor? Something like that. I've no clue. So he's...
I'll write it over in...
Please do. Please do, yes.
I can't even try and pronounce it.
Or just the logo. Anything will be fine. But yeah, he is a striker aged 25. He has made this season that just went in the Turkish league, he's made 28 appearances, 15 goals and 2 assists. Now if you look at some of the clips of him, he's very pacey, he's got physicality, he is a perfect striker to go up with Ellis Sims this season, which I think would be absolutely brilliant.
I mean, if we've got them 2 strikers, you sort of like start to wonder what his plans is with Godden.
Definitely.
I mean, is he going to be a backup?
Or is he going to go?
Or is he going to go?
I don't know.
I can't see him going.
Yeah,
I can't see him going because, I mean, he's probably a good backup, but if you've got somebody of this calibre coming in, I mean, 15 goals in 28 appearances, that's some stats.
That's some hell of some stats, yeah, definitely.
That's some stats.
Definitely, yeah. So the deal, he is currently doing a medical with the Sky Blues.
That's at the time of obviously recording. That could change before obviously it comes out, but
the time of recording, which is 8:30 Wednesday, 2nd of August, which is when we're recording it. So yeah, we have put down a 4-year deal for the 25 USA International. So yeah, he's currently doing his medical at the moment. Hopefully to soon be announced as a Sky Blue, maybe further on later on today as we speak, or hopefully in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. I think he would 100% be a good signing.
I think it's a good replacement for Rockrest, to be honest with you. I mean, that's just by looking at the stats that obviously Martin's pulled up here. That I just think that that's a damn good replacement.
A hell of a good replacement, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and to be an international, then yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Same, definitely, yeah.
It's a shame that we couldn't have got this in till we could actually seen what he's capable of for the pre-season. You know, the games and all that we played. But I mean, looking at at some of the highlights of some of the games and that have been played, I think we've got a good squad.
Definitely a good squad. So
I don't know. I don't know whether you agree, but I think it's the first time for a while I felt pretty comfortable on the pre-season.
100%. Yes,
you know,
definitely.
I mean, I know you don't look at pre-season as a, oh my God, we've lost the games, or because it is all about minutes, fitness, and stuff like that. But it does fill you with a bit of confidence when you are comfortably winning. So I mean, it's
definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
And just by looking at some of the clips that I've seen of pre-season, the team's gelling well. We can see that some of the players that we've signed are showing what they are capable of. For example, Sakamoto, he is definitely showing all of us Sky Blue fans what he is capable of on the wing. He's nowhere to be afraid to take on a defender or anybody. And Ellis Sims, definitely another one, which I think the championship should watch out for, because he knows where to be and he will just take a crack. So I think Robbins has made some good choices with,
I think he has. I think
these signings.
I think your views and opinions on the signings that Robbins has made so far, leave comments below on what you think about the signings, and it'd be good to know your views on them, because I'm pleased.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah. That's why I don't. Normally you sort of go into a pre-season and start feeling a bit uncomfortable, but this season I don't feel uncomfortable. I'm feeling pretty optimistic. So yeah.
I'm definitely excited for this season.
Play up Sky Blues.
I'm on.
Anyway, let's wrap it up here, and we'll see you on our next video, which is going to be out on Saturday. Which we'll be discussing the pre-match, possible lineups, and possible results.
Getting to Leicester City.
Yeah.
What a way to start the season.
Oh, yes, it's going to be a good one. So, don't forget, it is on TV as well.
It is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, until then, guys, thanks for joining. Stay safe. See you soon.